shockwaves on the high seas. China unveils a container ship armed for war. This isn't fiction, it's the reality as of January 31, 2026. As a maritime historian, I've studied global shipping and naval strategy for decades, but this development is unprecedented. China has converted an ordinary container ship into a covert naval asset, blurring the line between civilian and military vessels. The concept is simple, yet alarming. Take a standard cargo ship, arm it in secret, and let it blend in with global trade. Imagine a Trojan horse at sea. What looks like a ship full of sneakers and electronics could actually be carrying advanced weapon systems. This strategy leverages China's vast commercial fleet, turning civilian strength into hidden military power. It's a quiet revolution in naval affairs, sidestepping the need for more aircraft carriers by repurposing the backbone of global trade. The implications are staggering. Traditional naval power is measured in destroyers and submarines, but China is showing a new path. With its shipbuilding might, China could rapidly field a large, cheap, and hard-to-track naval force. How do you spot a threat among thousands of commercial ships? That's the new challenge for navies worldwide. This move is a masterclass in logistical warfare, weaponizing global trade itself. The age of the containerized warship has begun, and the rules of the game have changed. We must now suspect not just warships, but every vessel on the horizon. To grasp China's move, let's revisit history. The idea of arming civilian ships isn't new. Armed merchant cruisers, or AMCs, have been used for over a century. In both world wars, Britain converted ocean liners into gunships to protect convoys and hunt enemy raiders. These ships weren't built for battle, but they could handle smaller threats and extend naval reach quickly and cheaply. Crewed by a mix of naval reservists and merchant mariners, AMCs patrolled trade routes and deterred enemy action. Their presence alone forced adversaries to be cautious, but their lack of armor made them vulnerable to real warships. The principle was simple: use what you have to expand naval power fast. Converting merchant ships was cost-effective and practical in times of crisis. China isn't inventing this idea. It's reinventing it for the era of containerization and precision weapons. The past shows us that militarizing civilian ships is a proven, if risky, strategy. Meet the Zhongda 79, a Chinese cargo ship that looks utterly ordinary until you look closer. Outwardly, it's a standard feeder ship, but it's been modified to carry weapons of war, hidden in plain sight. Large gun mounts, likely 76mm cannons, are installed fore and aft, capable of engaging ships, aircraft, and missiles. Even more concerning, containerized missile launchers disguised as regular cargo. These modules fit standard shipping containers, making them invisible to satellites and patrols. Advanced sensors and reinforced decks hint at its true purpose. The Zhongda 79 is a modular warship, able to switch from civilian to combat mode rapidly. China's approach: plug-and-play naval power. Any container ship could become a missile boat in days. Imagine a fleet of these ships, armed and dispersed before anyone notices. The Zhongda 79 is proof of concept, a shadow fleet built on commercial shipping. It's a game-changer for rapid covert naval expansion. The Zhongda 79 is the modern evolution of the classic commerce raider. Historically, disguised ships like the CSS Alabama and German Hilfskreuzer attacked enemy trade, crippling economies through stealth and surprise. These raiders blended in with merchant traffic, striking unexpectedly and forcing navies to hunt them across vast oceans. Their greatest weapon was anonymity: camouflage, false flags, and hidden guns. Today, the shipping container is the ultimate disguise. With thousands of container ships at sea, hiding a missile launcher is easier than ever. Modern raiders can strike from over 100 miles away using precision-guided missiles. The strategy is old, but the technology and scale are new. Containerized warfare is commerce raiding, supercharged for the 21st century. Why reveal the Zhongda 79 if secrecy is its strength? The answer: strategic messaging. China is sending a warning to rivals and a message of innovation to the world. By showcasing this ship, China forces adversaries to treat every merchant vessel as a potential threat, overwhelming intelligence resources. It's asymmetric warfare, imposing huge costs on opponents just to monitor the threat. Domestically, it's a point of pride, showing China's ability to outthink and outmaneuver traditional powers. Internationally, it signals that China can challenge the established order with clever, unconventional tactics. This public reveal normalizes militarized civilian ships, blurring the lines of international law. By the time a crisis erupts, these ships will already be an accepted reality. It's a calculated move to shift the strategic balance before a shot is fired. China's containerized warship strategy is built on its shipbuilding dominance. Chinese shipyards outproduce the rest of the world, building everything from mega container ships to warships at unmatched speed. This industrial might allows China to convert or build armed merchant ships rapidly and at scale. Military-civil fusion means commercial and military shipbuilding are intertwined. Skills, supply chains, and infrastructure are shared. Civilian ships can be built with military features from the start, making future conversions fast and cheap. China also controls a vast merchant fleet and global port network, enabling worldwide deployment and support. A container ship could be armed in a friendly port anywhere on the globe. This combination of industrial capacity, fleet size, and global reach makes China uniquely able to exploit containerized warfare. It's not just about one ship, it's about the ability to mobilize a shadow navy overnight. China's maritime power is now both visible and hidden. China isn't alone in exploring containerized weapons. Other nations are experimenting too. The US has developed Rapid Dragon, turning cargo planes into makeshift bombers with palletized missiles. The Navy has tested containerized launchers for ships and unmanned vessels, aiming to boost firepower without building new warships. Ukraine and Israel have adapted containerized missile systems for real-world combat, proving the concept's viability. What sets China apart is scale and integration. It's not just a prototype, but a national strategy. Military-civil fusion lets China mobilize hundreds of ships, not just a handful. While others experiment, China is building doctrine and infrastructure for a shadow fleet. It's the difference between a few special forces and a nation ready for total mobilization. Containerized warfare is a global trend, but China is leading the way. The threat is no longer theoretical, it's operational. The true impact of China's containerized warships is clearest in a Taiwan conflict scenario. To invade Taiwan, China needs sea control and massive transport capacity, more than its navy alone can provide. Enter the merchant fleet roll-on, roll-off ferries and container ships, suddenly armed and loaded with troops and armor. In the opening hours, these ships could unleash missile barrages, targeting Taiwan's defenses and command centers. Some would strike, others defend, and some act as decoys, cheap, numerous, and expendable. This strategy overwhelms defenders with sheer numbers and sows confusion among US and Taiwanese planners. How do you distinguish a threat from a harmless ship? Mistakes could be disastrous, but hesitation could be fatal. China's shadow navy complicates targeting and forces adversaries into impossible choices. Turning commercial strength into military advantage, China's plan is to win through deception and mass. The merchant fleet is now a weapon of war. The Zhong Day-79 challenges decades of Western naval doctrine. While the US builds billion-dollar warships, China opts for quantity, affordability, and expendability. A containerized warship costs a fraction of a destroyer, and its weapon modules can be reused. Dozens or hundreds of these ships could be fielded for the price of a single high-end vessel. This creates a distributed network of firepower, harder to track, target, and destroy. Expendable ships allow for riskier tactics, probing, decoying, and surprise attacks. Adversaries must waste expensive missiles on cheap targets, flipping the cost equation. Are we seeing a fundamental shift in naval warfare? The future may belong to those who weaponize industry and logistics, not just technology. The Zhongda 79 is more than a ship. It's a challenge to the old rules. The era of the cheap, lethal, and hidden warship has arrived.